Hi everybody, Tasha here from Pixie Mommy's Reborns. Welcome back. And to those of you new, hello and welcome. So I am here straight from self-quarantining for you. um, it's a going over here. I've missed you all. I know that I'm again making a video saying I have been absent pretty much from social media and from YouTube and all of that. And most of that is due to, yes, this health crisis, virus outbreak thing that we're going through. Most of it is related to that, and I'll talk a little bit about that. So, to those of you new, this is Oscar that you're looking at right now. And Oscar is my full-bodied silicone baby boy. He is the Dwayne Awake #2 by Claire Taylor Dolls. And he's going to get changed. I actually changed him in this many days ago. Took some pictures that I didn't get even posted yet for Instagram. By the way, you can follow me on Instagram at PixieMommies_Reborns. There's always a link in the description below. On Instagram, you can see photos of all of my babies. I post there pretty much on a daily basis, and I really enjoy taking photos of my babies. So you can join me there, and I'll say it up front. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Check and make sure that you are subscribed and that you hit that notification bell so that you never miss a video and so you receive invites to my live streams. And folks, so check your notification bells. I will definitely be going live starting this week now that we are kind of settled in on quarantine at home. So also on the bed, and the bed is, well, I guess as per usual, a hot mess with babies that need to be changed. Shay is actually in the middle of being changed. And Shay is my happy girl over here. She is the Maizie sculpt by Andrea Arcello. This is Arcello here. He is my heart of my Reborn collection. Many of you aunties and uncles do know Arcello. And, whoopsies, his glasses are, I got one hand here. Arcello is the Sally sculpt by Bonnie Brown. His artist is Kimberly's Cocoon. This is what's going on to Shay, but I gotta go downstairs and grab, I think I have cute little sneakers I'm gonna put with that are pink and they have a pom-pom on them. They're really cute. And then up here, I'm just gonna toggle back and forth as I'm talking, so I'm gonna just show you all the babies. We have Bear, who is my latest addition, and I can't even begin to describe to you all how much I adore this baby and how much I am enjoying the heck out of this scrumptious, beautiful redhead Ramsey by Cassie Brace, and his artist is Tammy Annette at Paper City Dolls. I gotta say, she's got the magic. She has the magic. She has that extra magic that I look for in my dolls, that makes a baby gonna stay in my collection, and just where I'm just, just over the moon, so in love. She's got it. Because I had her Romilly last year, and I felt the same way, like just about her painting and her rooting and just the energy in general off her work. But the sculpt wasn't for me. Although I loved his little face and he was a preemie, but he had that one very outstretched leg, and I just discovered as a collector, it's just not for me. We all have our personal preferences. Some of us love that outstretched leg, in the look of a sculpt. I need some curl to the legs. Anyways, and then as many of you, of course, know Stellan, and Stellan is the Levi sculpt by Bonnie Brown, and he is my crown jewel in my collection. I'm very, very happy with the babies that I have in my collection right now. This is not all of the babies, but it's who you're going to see today. There are a couple babies in there, to Milo and Keiki, my two little preemies, but it's hard for me to get in there to video for you. So I'm just going to go back and forth between these babies as I chat today, right now, which is, I guess, probably a lot of what we're all talking about, which is kind of being on quarantine, wherever you are in the world, and whatever, I guess, stage your country is, or your state or county is in, as far as if you are on a mandatory lockdown, a voluntary quarantining, or what the story is. But I think that most of us, and you can let me know in the comments if you're not at home or you're not being asked to stay at home. Let me know in the comments. So I am on Long Island, New York. We're finding every day more and more, what I'm seeing on the news and stuff is there is quite a lot of cases of this corona it's 19, I believe, this coronavirus in New York. Now, our schools have been shut down. I think it was as of Friday, all non-essential businesses were ordered to shut down. So these are mandated things. Schools shut down, all non-essential businesses shut down. A lot of the supermarkets are making it so there is a specific time when they first open each morning after the store has been sanitized, where they have like an hour and a half where senior citizens can shop. So no one else is allowed in, just if you're 65 or over. They allow them to shop so that they're not being exposed to us younger folks and children who can actually be carrying this and not even be symptomatic. So I like that they're doing, taking into precautions to try and protect, our seniors. Of course, I happen to take pride in my country and where I am, and I like the fact that we are doing something to take care of the people that the seniors here that have built this country for us. They're part of what makes America great, so we need to protect our elderly. So anyway, that's going on. Other stores also now are having it where there can only be 10 people in the store at a time. So they're letting just 10 people in, and say there's 10 people in there and one person comes out, they'll let another in, so on and so forth, so that there's not large crowds of people. If you do go out, you do see around, people are wearing gloves, masks, people are social distancing and being cautious and respectful one another. Also, something very nice to see going on, that we are being courteous and taking care of one another, because while well, you might be, say, young or middle aged and healthy and not really of high risk. Maybe, yeah, of course, nobody wants to get sick, but you're not like necessarily terrified of, dying. You have to remember that, there are other people that are of high risk, and that's the elderly and anybody with a compromised immune system. And you know what, even young healthy people, like, you just never know how your body is going to react to something. So it's of course better safe than sorry. But I think the whole what we're seeing going on, where they're pretty much bringing life to a halt here, is to stop the continuous spread of this, because there are a lot of people that are at high risk and that this virus is killing them. And they just, I mean, I certainly know from watching and seeing that here in the United States, they don't have enough respirators in hospitals, which is what this virus is attacking the lungs. For the amount of people that would get sick and need a respirator to recover, should we just do nothing and allow this to spread like the flu spreads or whatever? That's, part of the problem here, from what I'm gathering from. Now, I'm not a professional, I'm not a newscaster. This is just my personal YouTube channel, and I'm just telling you from what I am seeing and what I am learning. Anyways, that is what's going on here. So I just finished up a couple days ago, literally the last of my actual running around. So the only thing I was going out for last week, I wasn't going out for any sort of, recreation or pleasure or anything like that, but I was going out to markets and Walmarts and stores, trying to get in the last of the supplies that my family, my household will need, for at least a couple weeks, should we not be able to leave at all, should we not be able to go into a store or order anything online, etc. I have, my whole household, plus, I do have all my animals to worry about, which is kind of was an issue, because some of the things, especially my sugar gliders that they eat on a daily basis, are things that are wiped out on the shelves. So I've had to improvise and things. And I did have a certain amount of stock too. But they eat fresh vegetables and fruits, or you could substitute with frozen and or cans, but those are all things that you're not able to find, staple items you're not able to find on the shelves. So I had to do some running around, plus like things like toilet paper. Yes, I know we're all on. Oh, I should have brought my novelty roll up. It's kind of funny. I'll show that to y'all next time. But anyway, yeah, that's a thing. I'm normally pretty well stocked on paper towels, toilet paper, laundry soap, that kind of stuff. Pretty well stocked, but if I'm running low, because a lot of times what I will do is I don't have the kind of pantry or storage space to shop at like BJ's or Costco to get like everything in bulk. I wish I did, because I would definitely shop that way if I could, and I do try to make room around where I can in my home. But so I will wait for things to go on sale, like the larger packages of like the Scott toilet paper is what we use. My Stop and Shop will often put that on sale, like it probably, I would say, once a month, where you could get, in either like an 18 pack or a 24 pack, something like that. So I'll wait it out, I'll have enough, but I'll wait it out till, it goes on sale. So I guess around the time that like this whole thing hit, I had, an open one, I think it was a 12 pack and then I had like another, sealed one, but I was waiting for TP to go on sale, and then everything kind of hit. So I was like, wow, for my whole family, if I can't get toilet paper for several weeks, we're gonna run out. Plus, it's not just my household. I do have two, older daughters that live on their own, and one is only just about 20. She doesn't live far away. She lives with her boyfriend, but they don't have a stock in pay things. They just don't. They're just starting out on their own, and it is what it is. So I knew, okay, my daughter is going to need things. And then my other daughter that is 25, I think she's probably a little more, stocked and prepared. But even so, and then I have my parents, which now my mom is good and well stocked, and they have been in quarantine for, I want to say, like a week. They're being very careful. My mom is nearing 70 actually, and my dad will be 80 this year. So it's weird because I don't think of my parents that way, because they are just young at heart. They're very active. They don't look their age. So, but their age is their age. And your immune system is a certain way when you get to a certain age. So I actually am thankful now for my mom's OCD for this particular situation, because her OCD is definitely shining through, which is fantastic, because I don't have to worry about my parents doing something irresponsible, like just ignoring this and just going out or whatever. They're staying in there, being careful, and that is two less loved ones that I have to worry about, especially ones that are of high risk. So I'm very grateful for that, because I know some of you all, in talking to friends, and it's almost laughable if it wasn't serious, but they're having a hard time getting their elderly parents to stay put at home. you know? And it's like, come on here, work with us here. So, and then we have the younger generation, our kids who maybe aren't thinking and taking things as seriously. So it's like us in the middle here somewhere, us middle-aged folks are dealing with our, elderly and our young, as far as, look, come on, let's take this seriously and get this done. So I feel very blessed that my parents are behaving themselves. Right, Oscar? Yes, say Grammy and Grampy are behaving themselves. Yes. Say, am I cute or what, folks? Am I cute? Yeah, look at that face. Oh my gosh. I'm seeing some of the vinyl editions of the Dwayne sculpt coming out, and oh my goodness. I haven't seen one that I didn't think was so adorable yet. They are just, this sculpt is just epic. This is just an all-time, just amazing sculpt. Even in the vinyl, I mean, the face, the expression on this baby's face, especially the whole sculpt. And for the silicone, I've talked about many times how much I love this, body type and the movement and the way that, he feels, and the density of the sculpt, the structure, that he's like, ridiculously soft, but yet holds that form of, a baby. So he's got all that, and just, these little hands and this face and those eyes, and even he has a hat on, so you can't see the head, but just the realism in the sculpt and the ears. Oh, he has perfect ears. The realism in the sculpt of the head, because it's not all smooth and just one round shape. There's dips in it, and it's shaped, which is how a living baby's head is not shaped perfectly round. So, Claire Taylor just really, just got it, which I think she does in general on her sculpts, but just for some reason, just trying to get his hat out. There we go. Just for some reason, this particular sculpt, it's just like no matter what angle you have this baby at, you're getting this incredible realism, and you're getting, like, with each way that, slight movement of the camera or the baby, you're getting just like a little bit different of a look. Like sometimes he looks like he's really, really worried. Sometimes he looks like he's about to coo. Sometimes he looks like maybe he's going to cry. Sometimes he looks like he's in deep thought. He always kind of seems to have that look like, I need you, mommy, I need you for something, which to me is interactive. It draws me in. It's probably why I favor open eye babies. Although I have, obviously, as you all have seen, I definitely have closed eyes babies in my collection that I adore, because they all give you a different vibe, a different mood, a different feeling. So, it just, depends on what mood I'm in, is what baby I want to interact with or hold. But I am always wanting to interact and hold Oscar. I mean, that's just a given. I'm never bored with him. I'm never, I'm just not. He is just like the baby. And it's going strong. We got, like, I believe, a year now, and it's going strong with this little one, which is pretty cool, and is just exactly what I wanted for a full body silicone. So I got to do his eyelashes up again. And I'm just grateful that I have that I found that in this, baby. And I'm enjoying all the rest, as well. And sometimes I feel overwhelmed. I'm like, I want to get them all changed. I want to, put them all on video and all of that. But, they're here, and I'm enjoying, all my dolls. There's a couple down in the hope chest because we're, as usual, moving rooms around and which I know I've been doing for a long time, so I'm not even gonna bother talking about it. But it is what it is. It's slow going, and it'll happen. It'll happen. So I don't even have all of my babies out, but I do have most of them out. And I am trying to somehow figure maybe letting one or two go, or maybe one. I'm not sure. I really am down to, babies that I really, really love. And of course, when a new baby comes in, like Bear, I like to take the time to that individual time, with the baby that comes in. It's important to me because it just builds that foundation of a bond. It builds those, those really nice memories of the feeling that you had when you first got the baby, and da 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 da. So I make it a point when a new baby comes to really give, I'm always playing with Oscar. But as far as my Reborn dolls, I will focus mainly on the newest edition, probably until another new edition comes in, and then I spread it out between the others, but I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know if you all have a system that you go by, or I don't know that I didn't make that up to like a system to follow on purpose. I'm just talking like that's how it seems to happen. That seems to be the norm of what I do. So I call it a system. But oh my gosh, look at this boy. There's a great glare here, so they're looking very washed out because it's nighttime and it's the daylight bulbs are shining down on them, so it's really hard to see their gorgeous painting for as all of them, but anywho, so anyway, I wanted to update you all. I wanted to see what's going on everywhere else. And from what I hear, New York, and this is like a rumor going around, I think that it will happen because I'm hearing it from, people that I believe, do have the correct information. But until it happens, until it's announced, it's not confirmed, and minute by minute things are changing. So I could go downstairs, pop on the news, and they could have announced it. But it looks like Monday, New York will be going into a mandatory lockdown, a quarantine, as many other states in the United States have already done. They have not just asked their citizens to self-quarantine. Certain states have mandatory lockdown, like by midnight a certain night or by 9 p.m. a certain night. They're locked down and you can't be out other than to, go get, groceries, food, whatever. And you can get a citation if you're out for no reason, and they're going to enforce this. I urge everyone that when this, comes into place in your area, to just listen and stay put. It's just helpful, and then hopefully your state and this country will not have to use resources like law enforcement, National Guard, armed forces, all that, to come in and enforce these rules if citizens would, just, listen on this one. It's important. It's important that we all work together for the common good. If that makes sense. So that's my personal recommendation at this point in time. And so far I have been super busy, so I'm not like feeling like I'm in quarantine. But it's also only a matter of a couple days since I stopped running around to get much needed supplies in to my home. So I'm thinking this upcoming week I will have some time of boredom. I'm hoping it's almost like I hate to say it, but it's like I'm looking forward, like almost like it's going to be a vacation for me, but yet I already have so much to do and so much going on, and my own business is a home, private one. I don't have people come to my home. I'm not, a store or anything like that. So what I do is still up and running in there. And plus there's also tons of stuff for me to get done and get ahead on, and, paperwork and photographs and cleaning. It is so much as far as my business and as far as my home, that I have quite a lot to keep myself busy. However, I am definitely going to be doing the live streams this week. I know that everybody is itching to connect. It's, everybody's requesting, asking if I would host some live streams. And I think some other channels are planning on perhaps doing, at least a live stream or two, ones that don't normally do it, just so that all of you that are, feeling the crunch of being quarantined, and because some people go real stir crazy being quarantined. And personally, I don't know if I will. For me, if it's nice outside, I'm usually seem to be okay. If I can go out my back door and be out in the sunshine and do yard work and things like that, then I don't go stir crazy. If it's raining, or like last month when it was like there was no sun, it was just cold and dark, it was depressing, and I probably didn't leave the house anyway. So that makes me go like stir crazy. It makes me feel depressed. But if we have good weather, so I'm praying for some good weather. Anyway, I've chewed your all's ears off way, way longer than I really wanted to. But I guess this can go up tomorrow because it's like the middle of the night. So I guess it's a nice Sunday video. My goal is to pop some short ones in and hopefully even get one in every day, or maybe even more. That is actually one of my goals for the week, is to, work on my channel, get some different lengths of videos up, show you some different babies, talk about some different stuff in collecting, do some role play, have some fun with you all, and as I said, host some live streams, get us all together so we can all chat, but get back and forth and get the latest currently of what is going on in each of our states and our countries all around the world. Because, folks, we have the advantage as doll collectors here, that we have collectors from all over the world, and there's nothing like hearing things firsthand from people that rather than getting information and things off of the news. It's just so nice to hear from you all, to say, hey, this is what I'm seeing with my own two eyes when I walk out my door, or what's going on. We got, folks from all over the world in our hobby. And so we're able to connect and do that. So this is like history in the making here. Not that it's an exciting thing, because we'd rather this not be happening, and it feels so surreal. It really feels surreal. I gotta say that. I don't even think it's really hit me or sunk in, the magnitude of what is going on here. But it is, and we're going to talk about it lots this week. So stay tuned. Keep your notification bells on, so that you do see when I go live and when I upload videos, to give you all information. All right, everyone. Thanks for being here. Oscar thanks you. And we do miss you all. And we'll also see you over on Instagram. Again, the link will be below in the description of this video to my Instagram account. So you can find me over there too. Keep in touch, everyone. Stay safe, and God bless.